You must be the ones.
Oh, cool, it's a super.
Actually, I'm the keymaker.
Don't worry. You'll be inside in just a moment.
Awesome, thanks.
What's happening, hot stuffs?
Welcome to GamerVision, everybody. Just give me a minute while we try and get this controller. I don't know what's going on with the controller. It's just not wanting to. It's been iffy, so bear with me. Just bear with me for a minute. You have to do this one. Do it this way. Turn off the controller, then unplug it. So, let's start again. How you doing, Sean? Welcome to the stream. Happy New Year, everybody. Whew! So, we got it right this time. The controller's working. Welcome to GamerVision. Today I'll be starting a new role-playing game. Like, I'll be doing an RPG stream, like maybe Sundays. Maybe either Fridays or Sundays I'll be doing RPGs. So the first RPG I'm going to do is exclusive to the Xbox 360. Information is to just above me, above the camera. It's called Lost Odyssey. It's one of my favorite JRPGs from the Xbox 360 era. And a happy new year again to you, Veronica. How you doing today? Appreciate you coming in. This is the very first game I'm going to be streaming out of a long, well, it's not so much a long list, it's a moderate sized list of RPGs that are near and dear and close to my heart, have a lot of sentimental value, and I like the whole aspect of how role-playing games tell a story. And this one was released in Japan just before Christmas of 2007 and came out in February 8th, 2008 in Australia, 12th of February in North America, and the 29th of February in Europe. And it's a 4-disc role-playing game. This game was on 4 DVD discs during the Xbox 360 era. The other game to finish 7th or 8th in fantasy football out of 14 teams. That's pretty good, Sean. That's pretty good, man. That's solid. Congrats. Likes and shares are appreciated. And the best way to get me some reach out to more people. And I saw Zach in here. Zach, if you're in here, say hello. Wesley is also here. How you doing, Wesley? Appreciate you guys coming in. So we're gonna watch the cutscene before we get started, so you get a sense of what the story is about.
If there's any place a soul would go, it's in your memories. People you remember are with you forever.
Not as good as last year, though. That's fair enough. It's better than being dead last, though. So pretty much you'll see all these characters in-game as I go through the story. And you have like real-time strategy elements, as well as its turn-based combat system. And each character has their own unique backstory. So if there's any fans of RPGs in here, feel free to share to RPG groups. See if we can get more fellow RPG fans in here. Sadie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming through. We're just getting started. We're just watching the cutscene. The cutscene before we get started. This is Lost Odyssey, and it was developed by Miss Walker, and it was published by Microsoft Game Studios. And it was an exclusive on the Xbox 360. And as one of don't know how I'm playing. I'm playing on the Xbox
use for the
Series S. So let's get started. I love this game. I haven't played this game in a long time though. We're gonna go new game and we're gonna get started. When I very first got my hands on this game, well, I didn't get it till mid-2018. Martin, how you going, dude? Thanks for coming in. Today that's warm for winter up there, man. How you doing, Patton? Thanks for coming in, dude. I take it you're at work already? We're just getting started. I played this game to death. When I got it in 2008, I played it solid for 2 years. It was like one of the most played games from 2008 to 2009. Hello, fellas. Oh my god. That's gonna leave fun. What a way to start an RPG with a war. Oh, look at that. One lone soldier rises up. This has such a rich story to it. Our first character. Oh, wow. Never heard of this game, but never. You have heard of this game, Patton? You never played it? I played this to death, man. And in all the time I played this game, I've only ever finished it once. So you definitely get your money's worth when buying this game. Because this game is easily a 60-hour game. This game's a 60-hour game, quite easily. And the soundtrack is very well done. So we got a turn-based combat system. And there's a particular charm to the combat. There's like a little combat ring circle to allow you to do more damage. So let's see if we can actually get it right first go. I love the music to this game, not gonna lie. It gives it that Japanese role-playing game feel. you haven't played it, Matt, you definitely should. If you're a fan of role-playing games, you definitely should play this game. It's like one of the best Japanese role-playing games of the Xbox 360 PS3 era. But this is exclusive to the Xbox 360. This game, to me, kind of redefined storytelling as a whole. Having a little trouble hearing me? That's peculiar. I've got the mic like really close. It should be fine. Let's sit a bit closer. Heal up.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's gonna lose mark.
Okay.
Let me back in. Come back in again. Good to go on your end. Christ, dude. This is nuts. I probably just failed.
Thanks.
I am immortal! Wow. Down you go. Ryan, how you going, dude? How you doing? Appreciate you coming. Happy New Year's here, buddy. 2022 is GamerVision's year for RPGs. Doing great, that's good, man. Canadian club, and then proceeded to drink vodka, and I hung out with friends on New Year's Eve. I actually managed to see in, midnight for a change. Did you see that, Paul? I got knocked down, but I immediately got back up. I am immortal! This got all 3 Lake Guardians and Brilliant Diamond. Nice, dude. My nicknames for the games is Pokemon Barely Diamond and Sword of Pearl. I recently got them all too, man. Oh, well done, dude. By any rate. And Paul, we're just at the very beginning of the game, so you haven't missed much at all. So, Paul, put up your Twitch link, buddy, so people know where to find you on Twitch. And as I said before, guys, likes and shares are the best way to get me out there. And if you know any RPG groups or people who are fans of RPGs, especially JRPGs, tag their names to the stream. Because I strictly stream Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays in ADST. So Sundays I am going to allot as an RPG sort of day, where I just play either a regular RPG or a JRPG, and I'm going to do them all in the Let's Play format. So I'm going to start with one and play it through to the end over periods of time. Diane, how you doing? I saw the intro boss you whacked. Yeah, man. How you doing, Diane? Thanks for coming in. Welcome. Still trying to come up with a catchy name I'm going to call the stream that I'm going to be doing role-playing games with on. Every second Saturday I'm going to be playing, doing Smash-tastic multiplayer, or I'm going to be doing Pokemon battles with people and trades. But there will be rules in regards to how the trade, my trade system will work. And if there's Paul's Twitch link, everybody go check out my buddy Paul over on Twitch. If you like retro games and legitimacy, as well as shmups and bullet hells among unique titles, just like this one, he's the guy to go watch on Twitch. Go give him a follow, because I'm trying to help him get... Well, I'm doing my best to try and help him get affiliate. So we just save the game. Working while at work, whistles. There we go. Immortal soldiers, as it seems. So basically, the role of the purpose of the PGC gauge above to the right hand corner, it's pretty much like a combined party HP score, which kind of makes like a defensive barrier. When it falls to 0, characters will take additional damage from attacks.
Like taking candy from a baby.
I prefer if you like what I play, give a follow, fair enough. Almost done. Almost done. What do we got here? Healing medicine, sweet. That pretty much heals like 100 HP. So you can ram objects and get items out of them. That's like choose a ring. View the target's ring system tutorial? Sure. May as well show everyone what I was talking about. To trigger the target system, you need rings. After you equip your character with rings, the attack command will bring up the target ring automatically. Target ring battle system adds assorted abilities to your normal attack with weapons. While the target ring system is activated, the target ring and time count will be displayed when you choose the attack command. When the time count starts, hold down the right trigger and release it when the outer ring is directly over the target ring. If your timing is right, your attack will be completely effective. Perfect is the best result. If your time runs out or your timing was poor, your result will be bad and you will not achieve any additional effects. You can achieve additional effects with the target ring system depending on the ring you equip. You can choose your ring according to your situation. So we're going to go to equip. And damage up level 1 slightly increases attack damage, which is cool. And you can learn skills through the SP system. You equip particular rings or amulets or like armor pieces. You can learn additional skills, abilities, and particular buffs, which, as well as attributes like you can like gain extra HP, etc., etc. So let's try out this target system.
Guess we have no choice.
See if I get it right the first time. Right, that was bad. Let's try this again. It's just it's something that you just have to perfect. You're not going to get it right straight away, but if you do, you're a superstar. You're better than me. So let's try this again. So that was good. So that gives an additional 5 to 10% extra damage. So Angel's Plume. I think that's like, yeah, that's the Lost Odyssey equivalent to Phoenix Down from Final Fantasy. So how is the voice to game audio ratio today, guys? How is it? Is it good, bad, does it need improving? And I hope that restores MP, I think. Pick up, what do we got? Nameplate. Let's see what this is. Items. Oh wow, killer machine. Sweet. Accessories. Memory lamp. Magical art. Dial. Electrical. Increase of memories. And there's a Nautilus. There'll be an item here. So, how's everyone's New Year? And a Happy New Year to everyone who happens to be watching. Hopefully 2022 is going to be a better year. I usually make the mic level settings are higher than the game. That's fair enough. I may have to just, because I got my mic turned up all the way because it's a condenser mic, I have to sit like sort of close to it so the audio can come through better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna balance our Elgato a bit, see if that's better. Time to make the lorry people mad, closing it down. Not that great, but it could be worse. Just enjoying last 3-day weekend. Runs into a box, destroys box and gets item. Game looks interesting. It's quite good, Paul. It tells, as I told you yesterday when you was on your stream, it has a really in-depth story, and the characters have rich backstories, each and every one of them. Let's see if I can get it perfect. Only ever get good. Battle system that just now reminds me of Legend of Dragoon. I definitely get Legend of Dragoon vibes with the combat system.
See anything? See. Maybe under the...
Don't even know what they're saying.
Hey. What? That guy over there. He's still alive.
I am immortal! Have you not heard of me? I am immortal!
What about the others? You alone? What's your name? Your unit?
Second Lieutenant Kai Marganar, Commander, 17th Platoon, Armored Magic Troopers.
It's a miracle you made it. Come with me. This way.
Legend of Dragoon was awesome. I need to find my copy of it.
Yeah.
I need to get me a copy of it.
Amazing you made it out safe. Especially in Nano.
View the ring assembly tutorial? Sure, why not? You can assemble rings that you need for the target ring system using ring assembly. Remember that you need components for ring assembly. Cool. There are many kinds of components. These components can be earned in battle or found in treasure chests or at stores. The ring itself can be used as a component too. Your cousin introduced you to that game? Awesome, dude. On the ring assembly screen, you will find the ring formula list. If you have the required components, you can assemble rings right away. Sweet. Discover what's possible on the ring assembly screen when you find new components. You will find new ring formulas as you obtain new components. Yeah. You can filter ring formulas by pressing the X button, search the formulas as you obtain new components. So you can pretty much filter between all of them, or strictly element rings, killer rings, status ailment rings, special rings, level 1, level 2, level 3, and normal. So let's grab loot in this chest, and we're gonna have a see what sort of ring we can make. So we'll go to. So we got ourselves 4 whetstone. Alright, ring assembly. Bruiser ring requires 4 whetstones to make. Sounds neat. Yeah, I know, right? So we're gonna make ourselves a bruiser ring. And for example, if you want to make better versions of the ring, like Bruiser Ring Ultra, if you manage to get some 6 Guardian ores and use your Bruiser Ring, you can make the ring, which the enhancement is a damage up level 1 plus. Effective area is widened. That sounds cool. So let's see if there's any more loot.
We're pulling out! Let's move!
This was interesting. Kaim has no recollections of his past life. Neither does this character. But she instantly recognizes Kaim right away.
With the 43rd Magic Division. She's like you. She got out in one piece.
Really? You two are walking miracles. Hey, I...
Here's where you get off, Lieutenant.
The Council wishes to hear from a survivor, sir. Sorry, not you, Officer Balmore.
Hey, I'm a survivor too.
The Council has only summoned Lieutenant Argonar. Sit down and shut up.
That's very direct. Now sit down and shut up. Love it.
This way, Lieutenant. Follow me.
I'm willing to bet that we're gonna have to rescue her. Ten gold, sweet. Let's go. There's one thing I learned when playing this game is always study, but in RPGs in general, always study your surroundings, because you never know what you're gonna find. Okay, so I can hold X button to run, sweet. Haha, I can run. Never hurts to look around. Never know where I'm gonna find. Obviously nothing over here, but oh well. Tell me to stop goofing around, shut up. Yep. Is there anything over here? Nope. So Megan, how long have you got left at work today?
Hey, you're that guy, right? The soldier that can't die. The 17th Division. That was the front line. They were smack in the middle of the Wall Highlands. No one could have survived that meteor crash. But here you are.
I did.
Without a scrap.
Beg your pardon, Lieutenant, but it's really strange. The few we were able to save were far from the center of impact, and even those men were seriously injured. It's hard to believe that anyone could have survived that inferno.
Best believe it was me.
Won't like that attitude. Come on, tell us. How'd you make it?
Simple. I am immortal! That's like a trade secret. told you how I survived, I'd have to kill you. Plot armor. Not going to give away too much. When I say it has real in-depth storytelling, when you watch the story, when you see the cutscene, as you go through the game and as you watch the cutscenes and see the story unfold, you'll be like, "Whoa, dude!" Considering Kaima's not the only one who is seemingly immortal, there are others. How you doing, Zach? Appreciate you coming in, man. How you doing? Happy New Year, buddy. In the RPG department, this was definitely one of the best games of 2008 for me. You at a restaurant with some friends? Nice, man.
Years ago, a new power manifested itself onto the world. With its discovery came the magic industrial revolution. This power came to be called magic energy. Even now, there are none who can explain why this power, a power that merely lay buried within all living creatures, suddenly flourished as it did. Today, this magic energy permeates every corner of the world. It has changed the way people live, transformed the shape of industry, and has even altered the nature of war.
Is it true the Kents have requested a truce?
Indeed. We heard that enough men were committed to cover the Wall Highlands and that most of the Kent force were eliminated. This war was started by them. It's only right they withdraw.
We've also lost a tremendous number of troops. After suffering such a devastating loss, if the Goatsa were to strike now, there would be no way we could defend our country.
And there are also
How you doing, Christian? Thanks for coming in. Happy New Year, buddy.
Behind the invasion.
What makes you think that the Goatsa were involved?
We have confirmed that a large amount of military hardware has been moved from Goatsa to Kent. We assume Goatsa plans to use Kent to keep things stirred up and destabilize Ura.
Are you saying that even the meteor crash was a Goatsan plot?
My lord, I have some disturbing information on that subject.
You're welcome, buddy.
We suspect that a situation at
What did you get up to on New Year's Eve?
The meteor crash.
Grand Staff. This is not the first time that stories about him reached my ears.
This is not confirmed, but magic energy may have leaked out of Grand Staff, interfered with something in outer space, and precipitated this disaster.
Gongora!
Yes, my lord.
The Grand Staff falls under your jurisdiction. Do you have anything to say?
Nothing for the moment.
Where did you get this information?
And here are some stars. I'll stick around for longer next time. I appreciate the 500 stars, Zach. Thank you very much, dude.
Suffered such devastating losses. I think we have no other way to protect our land except with the magic energy that Grandstaff will provide. We should hold off.
Watching my phone to full screen. Nice. Watch streams and stay at home.
Current situation.
What you say makes sense.
Nasty weather came last night and it's still hitting. Wow, dude, like storm activity, snow.
With all sorts of rumors flying around.
So I'm gonna pause the cutscene and give Zach a star screen. So for those 500 stars, Zach, this is for you.
The ice cream man is coming! The ice cream man is coming! Mom! Mom! Those are some money! The ice cream man is coming!
So thanks again for the 500 stars, Zach. I appreciate it.
We might want to halt
We got snow and ice outside. Holy shit, man.
What?
Meteor was a ploy. The meteor was a baseball painted with popcorn. Yes, it
clear
was.
that Grandstaff had nothing to do with the meteor collision, we'll resume construction immediately, Gongora.
They better resume construction. The building won't build themselves. Yep. Let's look behind the poster. Thanks for the seed. Yay! The only way I could pretty much conceive going is this way.
Well done. You may leave. Lieutenant Kaya Marganar, we thank you for a job well done. I am Roxian, chairman of the Central Council of Ura. Well, Lieutenant, it seems people are calling you the Immortal. We've heard there were almost no survivors from
That
Ura
is
or Kent
obvious.
after the meteor crashed on the Highlands. And yet, you appear to be unharmed, even though you were presumably at the precise point of impact.
He's asking too many
How
questions.
did you survive?
I don't know.
And as being honest, he does not know.
Please allow me to explain.
Fine. Speak.
Thank you, my lord. Actually, this man is immortal thanks to my magic energy. He is under a spell of immortality that I conjured.
I wish to know more. This immortality spell. How does it work?
I don't know.
What? Are you saying that you don't know about the spell cast on you?
I don't remember. I recall nothing.
My lord, this man has lost his memory. However, he is skilled in magic
Time
energy.
to explain, or else the game will go
So I am
nowhere.
studying his abilities.
Then what can you tell us, Gongora?
With all due respect, my lord, the spell is a curse. It is said that merely hearing it brings death near. For the safety of everyone, it is better that the spell be kept secret.
Obviously, this guy's shady and full of shit.
Very well. Since I trust your studied opinion, I shall take your word that we should not know the spell. Death is determined by fate, and one cannot fight it. Lieutenant, since it seems that you cannot be killed, the Council would like to bestow a special mission on you. We want you to go to Grandstaff.
So what?
My lord.
This guy is so full of crap that the toilet is jealous. I know, right?
Gongora, you cannot keep this hidden any longer. Till now, construction has been left up to you, but we've lost contact with the site.
It's just that...
Gongora!
He can't even defend his. He can't even defend himself verbally.
Is safe. Construction shall be suspended.
Yes, my lord.
So now, Lieutenant Argonar, you know of Grandstaff, under construction in the Sea of Bas?
I've heard that it's a magic staff.
Yes, it is. As you just heard, all communications with the site have been cut off for some time now. Considering the danger from magic energy leaks, we suspect that no one can investigate the possible cause, except someone immortal.
Huh.
Well, there is someone else.
What did you say?
At the Wall Highlands, another immortal. Her name is Balmor.
Well then, this other one shall accompany you. I shall summon her. Quickly, make the arrangements.
Them saying they lost contact is a cheap way to say I don't care about working with this guy.
Right away, my lord.
That is usual plot armor.
My lord, pardon me for saying
Considering it's meant to
this,
be like a magical revolution age.
but I'm building Grandstaff for the sake of our nation and its people.
Sure you are.
Enough! We will await Kayam's return and report.
Of course, my lord.
And he's thinking, fuck, 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 fuck. That's what he's thinking.
You are dismissed, Lieutenant.
20 times in 3 days? I think so. You can check the location of inns and shops with the navigation map on the top right hand corner of the screen. You can also zoom in and out pressing the back button. Neat. Oh look, there's a cat. There's a cat. So yeah, I'll let everyone know now. Gongora is one of the main antagonists of the game. If you haven't already figured it out. Always pays to check every barrel and every interactable object. Oh, what's this? And you can probe stuff. 2 whetstones, neat. So I'm assuming either the purple one is the inn or the blue one. Blue orb would be the inn. Now let's council chambers.
And now, councillors, I propose that Gongora be removed from Grand Staff Project, with control transferred to this council.
See, even the council know he's shady.
In addition, until Lieutenant Argonar completes his investigation, I propose that Gongora be confined to his residence under surveillance. Those who disagree with my proposal, raise your hands now.
It appears I have no choice but to agree.
I see there are no objections. It is decided.
As Kaim slips into deep sleep, his dream unfolds. A dream or his past. At this moment, there is no way he could know.
Alright, who are you? I love the dream segments. Adds even more to the plot. These are some trippy flashbacks, I know, right? Somehow it seems that his memories have been locked away through the use of the immortal spell. Because, yeah, Kaim has lived for 1,000 years. That's one way to describe it. Because there are a bunch, there's at least 4 or 5 people like Kaim. Gongora is another one. Seth Balmore is another one. And the woman in Kaim's dream that you saw briefly in that dream sequence, she is also another immortal. So yeah, every character who seems to be immortal has quite the story. They have quite the backstory. He lived 1,000 years, and him. That means he knows who Disney cast for the new X-Men movies. It's quite possible. He's lived that long. So, oh wow, so Hannah is the only daughter of the innkeeper. And Hannah, I think Kaim used to spend time and share stories with this little girl. That means he also knows who, if Cyberpunk ever got the glitches fixed. Yes, he. If we knew that, if that was the case, then we should have an answer. Most importantly, he knows how well the upcoming Matrix movies will do. And he also knows if Disney bought Time Warner, or if Time Warner bought Disney. Which means DVC and Marvel merged. Wow. Hey April, how you going? Thanks for coming into the stream. Good to see you. I definitely got those star screens up now. So yeah, Carm only told this girl only beautiful stories, never anything sad or anything involving death. Star screen. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Sending me 120 stars. April, thank you for the 120 stars. And Christian, thank you for the 100 stars. These two screens are for April and Christian.
Are you fellas?
It's him.
The anomaly. Do we proceed? Yes. He is still
Only human.
upgrades.
And Amanda, how you doing today? Amanda, Happy New Year. Thank you for the 200 stars. I appreciate that very much. This is for you.
The feeling of being there, of walking the streets of the future, is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
So that's the end of that story. So how you doing this morning, Amanda? That's a sad story, though. Guns, lots of guns. John Wick star screen send you another 100 stars. Happy New Year's, everyone! Wow. Star party time. Here's hoping it works. Thank you for the 500 stars, Christian, and Amanda's good. So these next two screens are for April and Christian. Whoa.
Okay, so what do you need? Besides a miracle.
Guns. Lots of guns. What do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
The other kids got McDonald's. They outside going, we got McDonald's. Hamburgers. McDonald's. McDonald's. I got McDonald's.
So let me just refresh the stream and see if it is actually a star party. So we got 500 from Christian. We've got another 500 from Amanda. Thank you very much, Amanda, for those 500 stars. And another 250. And Amanda's doing good. That's awesome. Thank you for the generous stars. I appreciate it a lot. We're going to have some bullet dodge action and another screen courtesy of those 750 stars.
Okay, you have some skill.
Oh, sir, I saw it. Some angry member of the kitchen staff. Did you not tip them? Oh, the terrorists, they ran that way. It was a run by fruiting. I'll get them, sir. Don't worry.
So what else have we got? Amanda sends another 200 stars. April with another 100 stars. Thank you, April. I appreciate that a lot. And this is for you, April, and the next screen is for Amanda.
reaching for the finish line. You dig down deep, decide to find.
You've really gotta want it.
The strength that you need, the will to succeed. This is it, it's for him and for you, for you.
Hey, I'm proud of you, really proud. A Coke.
The biggest taste in Canada.
Great race. Who's your coach? My dad.
So, the Stars Party completed. Wow, that's awesome. That's pretty sweet. Thanks, guys, for your overwhelming generosity. And I couldn't see if there was a Stars Party, but it showed it on the screen. So I'm like, wow, we got Stars Party, and it was completed. Thank you very much for your generosity, guys. That Stars Party being completed will net me another $50 of stars, which is about 5,000 stars, which is will definitely go a long way to helping me get more content for the stream. The Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman, I haven't got that up yet, April. I'll have it up hopefully sometime this week. But since I can't give you the Home Improvement one, I can give you this, because I know it's one of your favorites.
Okay, so what do you need? Besides a miracle.
Guns. Lots of guns.
What do you need?
Guns. Lots of guns.
So, there you go, April. I will get the Tim the Toolman screens up sometime this week. So I've still got screens to port over to the new overlay. Garm's mind is filled with lost pieces of past memories. Certain sights or conversations can bring these memories back in the form of dreams. To view episodes from 1,000 Years of Dreams again, press any in or bed or select them from the start menu. You can view these episodes any number of times. When viewing an episode from 1,000 Years of Dreams, you can pause it by pressing the start button or cancel it by pressing the back button. I'm going to be checking every single hotel room. Alright, there's nothing here. Let's check this room. Oh, cool, there's 2 rooms. View the memories when you want. This game has Netflix? That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Christian. Like, oh my god, Lost Odyssey introduced Netflix. What have we got in here? Oh, cool, money. Sweet. Holy Knight Charm. Wow. We got ourselves another equipment piece. Another Angel's Plume. Another bookshelf. Monorail is inexpensive, really? Wow. Alright, so let's have a look at this Knight's Charm. Because we have it's an accessory. Oh, sweet. Crisis defense boost. Increased magical and physical defense during critical HP status. And it takes 8 SP to learn. So let's equip that. I like how it says probe. How about it should retranslate to say inspect. That shit would be hilarious. Best way to get free items. Because if there's one rule in RPGs for me, the only time I buy bulk items is when I have a shitload of money. They're not compliments of the house, I'm just stealing them and you're never getting them back. So, can we get some likes and shares in here, guys? Because we got 13 reactions and 7 shares so far. Let's see if we can make it to 50 likes. Too bad you can't barter for discounts in RPGs, I know, right? Usually when I play role-playing games, Christian, I always use what I find, more commonly than not.
Wait, let go! My throat! My throat! Damn!
Instant comic relief. I love this guy.
Why are you following me?
You're Kai Marganar. I mean, Organgor asked me to do it. It's the truth. I'm supposed to tell you to go to his manor. He has something important to tell you.
You are?
Jansen, messenger for Lord Gangora. At your service.
He's also a magic user.
Man, what an attitude. Jeez whiz.
And plus, the bulk of money that you'd make in role-playing games, you'd use to buy, like, either armor pieces or weapons anyway. So. Here comes another dream sequence. Alright, so let's reveal it. Alone in a crowd of rugged men, nursing his drink in the far corner of the old post, town's only tavern, Kime. A single man strides through the tavern door. Massively built, he wears the garb of a warrior. His soiled uniform bespeaks a long journey. Fatigue marks his face, but his eyes wear a penetrating gleam. the look of a fighting man on active duty. A hero's return. You've been lurking, trying to sleep, trying to keep a 3-year-old from taking a late nap. Oh, that's fair enough. Alright. And every time there's a dream sequence, of course, I'm going to read it, so people can get the feel of the story. The tavern's din hushes instantly. Every drunken eye in the place fastens on the soldier with awe and gratitude. The long war with the neighboring country has ended at last, and the men who fought on the front lines are returning to their homes. So it is with this military man. The soldier takes a seat at the table next to Kimes, and downs a slug of liquor with the forcefulness of a hard drinker, a man who drinks to kill his pain. 2 cups, 3, 4. Another customer approaches him, bottle in hand, wearing an ingratiating grin, a typical crafty town punk. Let me offer you a drink, wheedles the man, as a token of gratitude for your heroic efforts on behalf of the fatherland. The soldier unsmilingly allows the man to fill his cup. How was it at the front? I'm sure you performed very valiant deeds on the battlefield. The soldier empties his cup in silence. The punk refills the cup and adopts it in even more fawning smile. Now that we're friends, how about telling me some more tales? You've got such big, strong arms. How many enemy soldiers did you Without a word, the soldier hurls the contents of his cup into the man's face. The punk flies into a rage and draws his knife. No sooner does it leave its sheath than Kimes' fist sends it flying through the air. Faced with the powerful united front of Kime and the soldier, the punk runs out muttering curses. The 2 big men watch him go, then share a faint smile. Kime doesn't have to speak with the soldier to know that he lives in deep sadness. For his part, the soldier, having cheated death any number of times, is aware of the shadow that lurks in Kime's expression. The tavern's din returns. Kime and the soldier pour each other the drinks. Got a wife and daughter I haven't seen since I shipped out, says the soldier. It's been 3 long years. Lets himself smile shyly now for the first time as he takes a photograph of his wife and daughter from his pocket and shows it to Kime. The wife a woman of dewy freshness, the daughter still very young. They are the reason I survived. The thought of going home to them alive was all that sustained me in battle. Is your home far from here? No, my village is just over the next pass. I'm sure they've heard the news that the war is over and can hardly wait to have me home. You could get there tonight if you wanted to badly enough. It was that close. But... The soldier downs a mouthful of liquor and groans, I'm afraid. Afraid? Afraid of what? I want to see my wife and daughter, but I'm afraid to have them see me. I don't know how many men I have killed these past 3 years. I had no choice. I had to do it to stay alive. If I was going to get back to my family, I had no choice but to kill one enemy soldier after another. Each and every one of those men had families they had left home. It was the code of war, the soldier's destiny. To stay alive in battle, you had to go on killing men before they could kill you. I had no time to think about such things at the front. I was too busy trying to survive. I see it now, though. Now that the war is over, 3 years of sin I carved into my face. This is the face of a killer. I don't want to show this face to my wife and daughter. The soldier pulls out a leather pouch from which he withdraws a small stone. He tells Kime that it is an unpolished gemstone, something he found shortly after he left for the battlefield. A gemstone, Kime asks, unconvinced. The stone on the table is a dull black without a hint of gleam a gem should have. It sparkled when I first found it. I was sure my daughter would love it when I brought it home to her. Gradually, though, the stone lost its gleam and turned cloudy. Every time I killed an enemy soldier, something like the stain of his blood would rise to the surface of the stone. As you can see, it's almost solid black now, after 3 years. The stone is stained by the sins that I have committed. I call it my sin stone. don't have to blame yourself so harshly, says Kai. You had to do it to stay alive. I know that, says the soldier. I know that. But still, just like me, the men I killed had villages to go home to and families waiting for them there. The soldier then says to Kaim, you too, I suppose. You must have a family. Kaim gives his head a little shake. Not me, he says. No family. Home village at least? I don't have any place to go home to. Eternal traveler, eh? Uh-huh, that's me. The soldier chuckles softly and gives Kaim a sour smile. It's hard to tell how fully he believes what Kaim has told him. He slips the sin stone into the leather pouch and says, you know what I think? If the stone turned dark every time I took a life, it ought to get some of its gleam back every time I save a life. Instead of answering, Kaim drains the last drops of liquor from his cup and rises up from the table. The soldier remains in his chair, and Kaim, staring down at him, offers these words of advice. If you have a place to go home to, you should go to it. Just go. No matter how much guilt you may have weighing you down, I'm sure your wife and daughter will understand. You're no criminal. You're a hero. You fought your heart out to stay alive. I'm glad I met you, says the soldier. I needed to hear that. He holds his right hand out to Kaim, who grasps it in return. I hope your travels go well, says the soldier. And your travels will soon be over, says Kaim with a smile, starting for the door. Just as the punk charges at Kaim from behind, wielding a pistol, watch out, bellows the soldier, and rushes after Kaim. As Kaim whirls around, the punk takes aim and shouts, you can't treat me like that, you son of a bitch! The soldier flies between the two men and takes a bullet in the gut. And so, he desperately wished to do, the soldier has saved someone's life. Ironically, it is for the life of Kaim, a man who can neither age nor die, that the soldier has traded his one and only life. Sprawled on the floor, nearly unconscious, the soldier thrusts the leather pouch into Kaim's hand. Look at my sin stone, will you? Maybe, he says, chuckling weakly. Some of its shine has come back. Blood spurts from his mouth, strangling the laugh. Kaim looks inside the bag and says, it's sparkling now. It's clean. It is? Gasps the soldier. Good. My daughter will be so glad. He smiles with satisfaction and holds his hand out for the pouch. Gently, Kaim lays the pouch on the palm of his hand and folds the man's fingers over it. The soldier draws his last breath, and the pouch falls to the floor. The dead man's face wears a peaceful expression. The stone, however, the man's sin stone, which is rolled from the open pouch, is as black as ever. This is like book narrative, I know, right? And you actually feel the emotions as you hear this, as you read the story. You should do Audible tapes. I'd listen to you read me a book. I'm flattered I'm flattered, Megan. I'm flattered you think that. Thank you. I do have a voice for radio. I'm not kidding. You're not kidding? What do you mean? Would Paul listen to me read books? Alright, so we got a couple items from the inn. Let's check, let's see if we can get anything from these posters. Nope. Alright, that's an accordion or a keyboard of some kind. Read Cat in the Hat next. Oh god, Megan. You humor me. Alright, so we went to the It's in there. Let's see what's in this purple building. Let's see what we've got over here. I mean, what you said about the emotion in the narrative, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you, Paul. Definitely tugs at the heartstrings, man. Like, that first story was really sad, too, about the girl who always was told stories from Kaim's travels, but never anything of death. Are you in your jammies? No. I'm just wearing regular day wear, dude. That's what I wear on a regular day. Yep, because Gongora is an evil son of a bitch. That one was rough too. Yeah, I know. It was bittersweet, if in my opinion. Here we go. Is this another story? So much story, man. So much story. Shall we call my RPG streams story time with Serdash? Because now I get to read audible stories. Like it's like I'm doing audible tape. John, does your chat show replies next to certain comments? It does, like on the screen, because I'm using Facebook. Like I'm using Facebook to read my chat, so. Alright, this story is called White Flowers. Lovely white flowers mark the town. They bloom on every street corner, not in beds or fields set aside for their cultivation, but blending naturally in profusion with every row of houses, as though the buildings and blossoms have grown up together. The season is early spring and snow still lingers on the nearby mountains, but the stretch of ocean that gently laps the town's southern shore is bathed in refulgent sunlight. This is an old and prosperous harbour town. Even now, each day its piers see many cruise ships and freighters come and go. Storytime seems legit. Its history, however, is sharply divided between the time before and the time after an event has happened one day long ago. People here prefer not to talk about it. The watershed engraved upon the town's chronology. The memories are too sorrowful to make stories out of them. Kaim knows this, and because he knows it, he has come here once again. Passing through, the tavern master asks him. At the sound of his voice, Kaim responds with a faint smile. You're here for the festival, I suppose. You should take your time and enjoy it. The man is in high spirits. He has joined his customers in glass after glass until now, and is quite red in the face. But no one shows any signs of blaming him for overindulging. Every seat in the tavern is filled, and the air reverberates with laughter. Happy voices can be heard now and then, as well as from the road outside. The entire town is celebrating. Once each year, the festival has people making merry all night long until the sun comes up. I hope you got a room for the night, sir. Too late to find one now. Every inn is full to overflowing, so it seems. Not that anyone would be foolish enough to spend a night like this quietly tucked away under the covers in his room. The tavern master winks at Kaim as if to say, "Not you, sir, I'm sure. Tonight we're going to have the biggest, wildest party you've ever seen. And everybody's invited, locals or not. Drink, food, gambling, women. Just let me know what you want. I'll make sure that you have it." Kaim sips his drink and says nothing. Because he is planning to stay awake all night, he has not taken a room, though he has no plans to enjoy the festival either. Kaim will be offering up a prayer at the hour before dawn when the light is at its darkest and deepest. He will leave the town, sent off by the morning sun as it pokes its face up between the mountains and the sea, just as he did at the time of his last visit. Back then, the tavern master, who a few minutes ago was telling one of his regular customers that his first grandchild is about to be born, was himself just an infant. "This one's on me, drink up," says the tavern master, filling Kaim's shot glass. He peers at Kaim suspiciously and says, "You did come for the festival, didn't you?" "No, not really," says Kaim. "Don't tell me you didn't know about it, and you mean you came here by pure chance?" "Afraid so. Well, if you come here on business, forget it. You'll never get serious talk out of anybody on a special night like this." The tavern master goes on to explain what is so special about this night. "You must have heard something about it. Once, a long, long time ago, this town was almost completely destroyed. There are two kinds of events that divide history into before and after. One is the birth or death of some great personage, a hero or a savior. The other is something like a war or a plague or natural disaster. What divided this town's history into before and after was a violent earthquake. It happened without warning and gave the soundly sleeping people of the town no chance to flee. A crack opened up in the earth with a roar, and roads and buildings just fell to pieces. Fires started and they spread in the twinkling of an eye. Almost everyone was killed. You probably can't imagine it. All I know is what they taught me in school. And what does Resurrection Festival mean to a kid? It was just something that happened once upon a time. I live here and that's all it means to me. So a traveler like you probably can't even begin to imagine what it was like. Is that what they call this holiday? Resurrection Festival? Uh-huh. The town was resurrected from total ruin to this. That's what celebration is all about. Kaim gives the man a grim smile and sips his liquor. "What's so funny?" the tavern master asks. "Last time I was here, they were calling it Earthquake Memorial Day. It wasn't a festival for this kind of wild celebrating." "What are you talking about? It's been Resurrection Festival ever since I was a kid." "That was before you were old enough to remember anything." "Huh? And before that, they called it Consolation of the Spirits. They'd burn a candle for each person who died, and pray for them to rest in peace. It was a sad festival, lots of crying." "You sound as if you saw it happening yourself." "I did." The tavern master laughs with a loud snort. "You look sober, but you must have been plastered out of your mind. Now listen, it's festival night, so I'm going to let you off the hook for pulling my leg, but don't say stuff like that in front of the other townspeople. All of our ancestors, mine included, are the ones who barely escape with their lives." Kaim knows full well what he is doing. He never expected the man to believe him. He just wanted to find out himself whether the townspeople were still handing down the memories of the tragedy, whether deep down behind their laughing faces there still lingered the sorrow that had been passed down from their forefathers' time. Called away by one of his other customers, the tavern master leaves Kaim's side, but not without first delivering a warning. "Be careful what you say, sir. That kind of nonsense can get you into trouble. Really, think about it. The earthquake happened all of 200 years ago." Kaim does not answer him. Instead, he sips his liquor in silence. "Among the ones who died in the tragedy 200 years ago were his wife and daughter. Of all the dozens of wives and hundreds of children that Kaim has had in his in his eternal life, the wife and child he had were especially unforgettable. In those days, Kaim had a job at the harbour. There were just 3 of them: he, his wife, and their little girl. They lived simply and happily. The same kind of days that preceded today would continue on into endless tomorrows. Everyone in the town believed that, including Kaim's wife and daughter, of course. But Kaim knew differently, precisely because his own life was long without end, and he had consequently tested the pain of countless partings. Kaim knew all too well that in the daily life of humans, there was no forever. This life his family was leading would have to end sometime. It cannot go on unchanged. This was by no means a cause for sorrow, however. Denied a grasp upon forever, human beings knew how to love and cherish the here and now. Kaim especially loved to show his daughter flowers. The more fragile and short-lived, the better. Flowers that bloomed with the morning sun and scattered before the sun went down. They were everywhere in this harbour town. Lovely white flowers that bloomed in the early spring. His daughter loved the flowers. She was a gentle child who would never break off blossoms that had struggled so bravely to bloom. Instead, she simply watched them for hours at a time, that year too. "Look how big the buds are. They'll be blooming any time now," she said happily when she found the white flowers on the road near the house. "Tomorrow, maybe." Kaim wondered aloud. "Absolutely," his wife chimed in merrily. "Get up early tomorrow morning and have a look." "Poor little flowers, though," said the daughter. "It's nice when they bloom, but when they wither right away." "All the better," said Kaim's wife. "It's good luck if you get to see them blooming. That makes it more fun." "It may be fun for us," answered the girl, "but think about the poor flowers. They work so hard to open up, and they wither that same day. It's sad." "Well, yes, I guess so." A momentary air of sadness flowed into the room, but Kaim quickly dispelled it with a laugh. "Happiness is not the same thing as longevity," he proclaimed. "What does that mean, Papa?" "It may not bloom for long, but the flower's happy it can open up the prettiest blossom and give the sweetest perfume. It knows how to make it while it's blooming." The girl seemed to be having trouble grasping and simply nodded with a little sigh. Then she broke into a smile and said, "It must be true if you say so, Papa." "Your smile is more beautiful than any flower in full bloom." He should have said it to her. Kaim later regretted that he had not. The words he had uttered so carelessly, he came to realize, turned out to be something of a prophecy. "Well now, young lady," he said, "if you're getting up early to see the flowers tomorrow morning, you'd better go to bed right now." "All right, Papa, if I really have to." "I'm going to bed now too," said Kaim's wife. "Okay then, good night, Papa." His wife said to Kaim, "Good night, dear. I really am going to bed now." "Good night," Kaim replied, enjoying one last cup to ease the day's fatigue. These turned out to be the last words the family shared. A violent earthquake struck the town before dawn. Kaim's house collapsed in a heap of rubble. Kaim's 2 loved ones departed for that distant other world before they could awaken from their deep sleep, and without ever having a chance to say good morning to him. The morning sun rose on a town that had been destroyed in an instant. Amid the rubble, the flowers were blooming, the white flowers that Kaim's daughter had wanted so badly to see. Kaim thought to lay a flower in offering of his daughter's cold corpse, but abandoned the idea. He could not bring himself to pick a flower. No one, no living on the face of the earth, he realized, had the right to snatch the life of a flower that possessed that life for only one short day. Kime could never say to his daughter, "You go first to heaven and wait for me. I'll be there before long." Nor would he ever know the joy of reunion with his loved ones. To live 1,000 years meant bearing the pain of 1,000 years of partings. Hey James, how you doing, dude? Just reading a story. Kime continued his long journey. A dizzying number of years and months flowed by. Years and months during which numberless wars and natural calamities scourged the earth. People were born and they died. They loved each other and were parted from the ones they loved. There were joys beyond measure and sorrows just as measureless. People fought and argued without end, but they also loved and forgave each other endlessly. Thus was the history built up as the tears of the past evolved gradually into prayers of the future. Kime continued his long journey. After a while, he rarely thought about the wife and daughter with whom he had spent those few short days in the harbour town, but he never forgot them. Kime continued his long journey, and in the course of his travels, he stopped by this harbour town again. Hey Mel, how you going? It's good to see you. We're just in the midst of story time. As the night deepened, the din of the crowds only increased, but now as a hint of light comes into the eastern sky, without a signal from anyone, the noise gives way to silence. Kime has been standing in the town central square. The revelers too have found their way here, one at a time, until almost before he knows it, a stone-paved plaza is filled with people. Kime feels a tap on the shoulder. "I didn't expect to find you here," says the tavern master. When Kime gives him a silent smile, the tavern master looks somewhat embarrassed and says, "There's something I forgot to tell you before." "Oh?" "Well, you know, the earthquake happened a long time ago, before my father and mother's time, even before my grandparents' generation. It might sound funny for me to say this, but I can't imagine this town in ruins." "I know what you mean. I do think, though, that there are probably things in this world that you can remember, even if you haven't actually experienced them, like the earthquake. I haven't forgotten it, and I'm not the only one. It may have happened 200 years ago, but nobody in this town has ever forgotten it. We can't imagine it, but we can't forget it either." Franco, how you doing, dude? Thanks for coming in. We're in the midst of story time. Just as Kime nods again to signal his understanding of the tavern keeper's words, a somber melody echoes throughout the square. This is the hour when the earthquake destroyed the town. All the people assembled here close their eyes, clasp their hands together, and offer up a prayer, the tavern master and Kime among them. To Kime's closed eyes came the smiling faces of his dead wife and daughter. Why are they so beautiful and so sad? These faces believe with all their hearts that tomorrow is surely to come. The music ends. The morning sun climbs above the horizon, and everywhere throughout the town blooms countless white flowers. In 200 years, the white flowers have changed. The scientists have hypothesized that the earthquake may have changed the nature of the soil itself, but no one knows the cause for sure. The lives of the flowers have lengthened. Where before they would bloom and wither in the space of a single day, now they hold their blooms for 3 or 4 days at a time. Moistened by the dew of night, bathed in the light of the sun, the white flowers strive to live their lives to the fullest, beautifying the town as if striving to live out the portion of life denied to those whose tomorrows were snatched away from them forever. Yeah, Megan is in here. I think she's lurking. How you doing, Mel? Thanks for coming in. And James, how you doing, dude? This is this is the very first RPG that I'm streaming on the channel. And every time there's like a memory unlocked in 1,000 years of memories, I'm going to read the stories. Still trying to figure out a decent name for the RPG streams. Story time seems legit, I think. Beginnings of RPGs usually have a lot of story time. Yeah, I know, right? And you literally feel everything. Every story, every memory you unlock when you read it, when you fully read the story and comprehend it, you literally feel all of the emotions that the people in the story felt. And even though I've barely gotten anywhere, man, there's a lot of story. This has a rich story. Got 2 RPGs I started, but I think I'm only going to continue one of them in the future. What ones have you got, dude? Considering this game was that big, it came on 4 DVD discs. That's how big it was. Can we go this way? Megan's here! And we had a stars party earlier, and we succeeded. And how's everyone enjoying the story sequences in the game as a whole? Is everyone enjoying the game, or is it too much? Is there too much story? Because I'm definitely enjoying this. I am a sucker for RPGs. I love stories. I love getting, like, losing myself within a story. And each character in this game has a story. Final Fantasy IV, PSP, and Mario RPG. I'm going to try and finish Final Fantasy IV. Then move on to maybe Lufia 2 pre-patch. Nice. Yeah, I had a Star Party, Megan, and we succeeded. I didn't see it, but Christian saw it, and he's like, you know what, I'll let you know. And everyone just starts sending stars and going nuts, man. It's amazing. This is definitely one of my favorite RPGs. I like story, and I enjoy stories. I enjoy narrative. Making me wait. Snag $50 in the Star Party. Ah, yeah. Star Party is fun.
House arrest is going too far.
$50 American is about $65 Australian, dude. That's the second Star Party I've actually had. Definitely deserved. Thanks, Megan. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Majesty. It is much more than I could have asked. Your father would have been pleased.
I could never fill my father's shoes. And now that Ura is a republic, I am simply a citizen like everyone else. I am no longer Your Majesty.
I respect the royal blood that flows in your veins. It is only fitting that I offer the respect you're due.
Do not be foolish.
I'm liking it so far. I was only to play this game for an hour or two before I had to stop. A friend rented it and had let me try it out. Dude, this game is amazing. I got it in mid-2008 and played the shit out of it, dude. With the amount of time I've spent playing this game, I've only ever finished it once. That's how big it is. An average playthrough for a game like this is anywhere from 60 to 100 hours. Longest RPG you have ever done, Paul? Decent story, Dragon Quest 8. Is Animal Crossing a role-playing game? That's all I play. Unfortunately, no. And apparently, according to Megan, I should do audiobooks.
It makes me angry.
I should Megan thinks I should consider becoming one of those people who read audiobooks.
Understand the significance of Grand Staff. If we can increase magic energy with Grand Staff, just think how much better our people's lives would be. We would no longer need soldiers. You have seen
You should. I'd fall asleep.
and how Grand
Are you
Staff
trying to say that's boring, Megan?
Noxian's vision is too narrow for our nation to grow.
You probably spent enough hours on that to cover several other RPGs. I'd listen to those. You would?
I am sorry you had to witness that.
Would that be putting Megan to sleep in a good way or a bad way? She's saying it's relaxing. Okay, I got you. I thought I'd check.
There is no need to apologize. I'm happy you're.
I knew what she meant. I was just checking, Paul. I was seeing if she would be like,
But even if they stop Grand Staff, we could develop a newer and far.
Yeah, I know you meant it in a good way. I wonder if people would actually pay me good money to do that. Audiobooks would be fun, but it can make you go to sleep in a good way. Yeah, that's true.
I am unworthy, Your Highness.
But in my opinion, for this game exclusively, the dream sequences that you get that you have within the game, I feel that I should read them no matter how long they are. So people get a sense of the narrative and the story that Kime's character has to tell, which is considering like over 1,000 years worth of stories. ASMR, basically euphoric calmness. Wow. Yes, you're so boring. I know.
Please, go in.
So we'll catch up with Tolton later on in the story. He's actually one of the available party members that you play as. Have you played Enchanted Arms? It's an RPG they had on the 360. Yes, I did play Enchanted Arms, James. It was another one I played the hell out of. Alright, we can't do this yet. I played the shit out of Enchanted Arms, dude. It's one of them real-time strategies. I played a lot of Xbox 360 RPGs, James. Like, this is one of the ones I played the most. Another one I played a lot was Blue Dragon, which I will be streaming. Eternal Sonata was another one. Another good one by Square Enix was Infinite Undiscovery, I think it was called.
That woman. How could she be an Ura without me knowing?
Obviously, he knows something that we don't. What about Star Ocean? Yes, I played that too. I loved Star Ocean. It had a lot of very unique and interesting characters, did it not? One of my favorite characters from that Star Ocean was Miracle, and she looked like a cat. She had like cat ears and a tail. Yep. I played that game to death too. Now that you reminded me that James, I definitely want to download it now. And I actually would stream that as well. You know, I'm all about this. I'm all about narrative. I'm all about stories. These sort of stories literally take your mind away from the shit that you deal with in the real world, and just you get immersed into another world full of rich stories. That's why I love RPG so much, because I get immersed and lost in the story. And I always want to play through to the end and to find out how the story ends. This is one of the prime examples of it's one of the prime examples of traditional storytelling, in my opinion. I got stuck partway through Enchanted Arms, fighting twins, I think. It's been a long time. Yeah, man, those twins were tough. I'm not gonna lie. It took me a myriad of attempts to beat those twins. I'm making sure I explore everywhere I can possibly go. I feel you on that all the way, yeah. Long time for me, we've like, yeah, about the same time between like 2005 and 2010. If anything, I've played way too many RPGs.
Good, you're here. I asked you here for only one reason.
Hold on.
What is it?
Oh no. Great, here he comes. Hey, whoa, hey, you are really short-tempered. Hey, I don't have a sword, okay? Easy.
Why are you here?
I told you, I'm just a messenger. I came to see if you really come or not, which you have, so that's good.
That's enough, Kaim. He's on our side.
Thanks. A little late, though.
We can use him. He's cunning and quick, and he has many connections. I want you to take him on your investigation of Grand Staff.
No way, sir.
You know, I thought he'd say that, my lord. His shoes, hello?
Look, this other immortal joining the investigation, she might be dangerous.
Why?
The woman was once a pirate. I don't know how it happened, but she's now a soldier for our army.
Oh, wow.
Well, the past is the past, and I know little else about her. Take Jensen with you. He can help keep her in check. Despite what else he may be, he has a healthy respect for women.
So, you know, I heard
In other words, he's a womanizer.
I mean, you've seen her, right? Okay, be that way. You guys are way too serious.
Pirate. All right. Understood.
All right, then. I'll be there early. Oh, yeah, you can count on it.
Remember, Kaim, you're the only one I can trust. I can't leave here for a while. The Grand Staff is my life's work. So if something is wrong, I want you, with your immortal powers, to find out what it is. Understood? You'll be briefed later. You should go now.
I'll be right behind you. Oh, he's gonna be fun to work with.
This is for your trouble.
Wow, nice. You know, my lord, I've been thinking, working with this guy, it's like playing with fire. I mean, did you see his eyes? I mean, that's creepy. I got a bad feeling about this whole thing. I mean, this little guarantee is not gonna be enough, I'm afraid, to keep an eye on him. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
You're already under a magic contract. Don't get greedy.
Wow! Whoa, hey, okay, that's some serious mojo, buddy. Easy, easy.
Is your fee still unsatisfactory?
Okay, not funny. I'm not laughing, okay? I didn't stick my neck out for this, okay? Jeez, everyone's a pain in the ass.
He's shady. He's definitely shady. And Veronica's in lurk mode. Thank you for the lurk, Veronica. I appreciate it. So, how's Harley, James? He's so shady, his shadow is a black hole. I know, right? So I guess it's on to grand stuff, finally.
Hey! I've been looking everywhere for you. I heard about the Grand Staff investigation. Looks like we both got the short end of the stick. It's not enough that we just keep surviving, eh? There's always something. So, what did you learn in the council?
Nothing to do with you.
Oh, really? Say, haven't we met somewhere before? Hmm? Ugh. Nothing
Her memory's
to worry
a
about
lot
if
too.
you can't remember. Neither can I.
You too, huh?
I can't recall a thing. All I know is that my name seems to be Seth Balmore. People say I used to be a pirate. Isn't it strange that both of us lost our memory and are immortal? Maybe we met a long time ago. I sort of get that feeling when I look at you. When we met before.
What did he learn in the council? He can't remember.
Or maybe
Well played, Christian, well played.
Lovers.
And she seems to like to do flips.
Tomorrow?
She's doing just fine. Just had a little too much to drink last night at the New Year's party. It's good now, getting stuff prepped for dinner right now. Nice, dude.
By now. Oh, by the way, I'll be joining you on your little trip.
So I don't know if you heard, James. I'm now the proud owner of an Xbox Series S, and I'll be streaming particular games on it, including retro stuff. This is just the first of many RPGs I plan on streaming on my channel. Dope, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, man, I know, right? I'm even going to be doing Gears of War 1 to 5 in sequential order. And I'm definitely considering streaming Elden Ring on the Xbox as well. Even though I'm getting it on PS5, I plan on streaming it, but I want to play it with my friends. Use the detour, sure. And Lost Odyssey only cost me $30, dude. And the DLC, the individual DLCs were dirt cheap. And I thought I would have had to pay $60 for Dark Souls Remastered, but it only cost me $30. So I'm like, ah, yeah. Very tempted to pick up Dark Souls 3 with the season pass for I think it's like $35 for DS3 and the season pass. Very tempted to pick that up, but I also have to save money to buy an Xbox expansion drive that I can put on the back on the console. I don't know whether to buy a 1 terabyte or a 2 terabyte expansion, because the 1 terabyte is about 360 and the 2 terabytes about 700, or I think about $700 odd. That way's closed. You know, Dan Moan is right, yeah. We got it playing Dark Souls Remastered. Hell yeah, we got Fabled Games playing Dark Souls. Ah yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, he sent me a message, dude. When I woke up this morning, I saw a message from Dan saying, "Dude, you'll be so proud. I got Dark Souls Remastered." I'm like, yes. Instead of paying $60, I only paid $30 for my copy of Dark Souls Remastered on the Xbox. So I'm like, yeah, I saved $30. Hell yeah. You give him bits of hints and letting him fumble around. That's a good idea, man. Like, it's the best way to learn the Souls games, in my opinion, is just giving hints and little bits and pieces and letting them work it out for themselves. You have to hop off. Emily wants me to play some card games. Oh, but I also got the DS3 on the Xbox now too. Awesome, dude. That's amazing. I appreciate you coming in for the time that you were here, James. Thanks for hanging out, dude. And I'll catch you on the next one. I guess we may have to take this elevator? Question mark? He almost got reamed by the skeletons in the graveyard. Wow. Not a good idea. Was he getting the Zweihander? I do have DSR Dark Souls Remastered on the Xbox. Then I'm going to try and do a full. Well, I don't know how many playthroughs I'm going to have to do, how much farming I'm going to have to do, but I do want to get all the achievements on Dark Souls on the Xbox. Let's have a look at our items. So I've seemed to pick up, must be a valuable item. Oh yeah, it is valuable. Someone lost a ring. Wait. Looks like it's story time again, everybody. Alright, we got a memory with it's story time. Alright, let's get immersed in yet another story that a memory has been triggered. Now this story is called Little Liar. Everyone in the marketplace hates the little girl. Not yet 10 years old, and far from having outgrown the sweet innocence of childhood, she earns only open contempt from the grown-ups who have shops in the market. The reason is simple. She lies about everything. Hey mister, I just saw a burglar go into your house. Look lady, everything just fell off your shelves. Hey everybody, did you hear what the traveler said? Bandits are planning to attack the market. Even the most harmless white lies can be annoying if repeated often enough. And the shopkeepers have found themselves growing angry. You better watch out for her too, the lady greengrocer warns Kime. Nobody here falls for her lies anymore, so she's always on the lookout for newcomers or strangers. Somebody like you would be a perfect target for her. She could be right. Kime is new to the town. He arrived a few days ago. Whoa. It was just started working in the marketplace today. What do her parents do? Kime asks while unloading a cart full of vegetables. The woman frowns and shakes her head with a sigh. She doesn't have any. They died? The mother did at least, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. She was a healthy young woman who never so much as caught a cold in her life. And one day she collapsed, and that was it for her. How about the father? She sighs more deeply than ever before and says, he left to find a job in the city. The parents used to operate a variety store in the market, though the mother almost single-handedly took care of the actual buying and selling of the many goods they carried. But as soon as she died, the shop's fortunes took a plunge, until it was eventually taken over by someone else. The father went off to the distant capital city in search for a good-paying job that would enable him to cover their debts. He promised to come back in 6 months, but he has been gone a whole year now. Letters used to arrive from him on occasion, care of his friend the tailor, but those too gave out about 6 months ago. I guess you could say it's sad for such a little girl to be waiting around for her father to come home, but still. The girl now sleeps in a corner of the communal storehouse run by the people of the marketplace. We all used to talk about taking care of her, to be stand-in parents for her until her father comes back. This is no surprise to Kime. He knows from his own experience that all the people who work in the marketplace, and not just this plump, kindly woman, are good-hearted and generous despite their limited means. Otherwise, they never would have hired a stranger like himself. But long before that first 6 months went by, we were all heartily sick of her. She was sweet. She was a sweet, simple girl while her mother was alive, but this experience has left her kind of twisted. All her sweetness is gone. Of course, we all feel sorry for her, and we take our turns in feeding her and dressing her in hand-me-downs, but the way she keeps telling lies to all the grown-ups, nobody really cares about her anymore. Why can't she see that? She must be lonely, don't you think? With a pained smile, the woman shrugs and says, that's enough gabbing for one day. Work, work, and she goes back inside the shop. Kime is sorting the vegetables he has unloaded from the shop when he hears a little voice behind him. Hi mister, you new here? It's the girl. Uh-huh. You're not from the town, are you? No, I'm not. Are you living upstairs while you work here? For a while at least. That's what I'm hoping to do. I'll tell you a secret, okay? It's starting already. Okay, Kime says without pausing in his work. There's a ghost in this marketplace. The people here don't tell anybody about it because it's bad for business. But it's really here. I see it all the time. Really? Kyle responds with a faint surprise. He decides to play along with her rather than scold her for lying. In this endlessly long life of his, he has encountered any number of children who have lost their parents or have been abandoned by them. The sadness and loneliness of children who have been cast into the wide world alone are exactly what Kyle feels himself as he continues to wander through the infinite flow of time. What kind of ghost? A woman, and I know who she is. It's the ghost of a mother who lost her child, she says. Her little girl, her only child, died in an epidemic. Overcome with grief, the mother chose to die, and now her ghost appears in the market every night searching for her daughter. The poor mother, she killed herself so she could be with her daughter, but she can't find her in the other world either. So she keeps looking for her here and calling out, "Where are you? Hurry and come with mommy to the other world." The girl tells her story with a deadly seriousness. "Don't you think it's sad?" she asks Kyle. She actually has tears in her eyes, which is precisely why Kyle knows she is lying. Even if he had not been warned by the woman, he would know this was a lie, based on what she told him about the girl's background. Kyle carefully arranges a bunch of well-ripened grapes in a display crate and asks the girl, "Why do you think the mother can't find her daughter?" "What?" The girl asks him in a dazed stare. Well, he explains, the girl is not in the other world, and she's not wandering around in this world. So where is she? Khan does not mean this to be a cross-examination. He simply feels that someone who lies out of sorrow can have a far easier time of it by recognizing the life of what it is. The loneliness of a girl who has lost her mother and has been abandoned by her father consists not in telling one little lie, but in having to keep on lying. For now that you mention it, that's a good point, the girl says, smiling calmly. Really? Where did the girl go? Guy momentarily considers pointing at the girl as if to say, "Right here," but before he can do so, she continues. "This is the first time anybody ever asked me that. You're kind of different. I wonder..." "No, you are. You're different," the girl insists. "I think we can be friends." Her smile deepens. Kyle smiles back at her, saying nothing. Just then they hear the lady greengrocer coming from the back of the shop, and the girl dashes away. Just before she disappears around the corner into the alleyway, the girl gives Kyle a little wave as if to say, "See you soon." For the first time, the face of the girl, with the all-too grown-up speaking style, shows a hint of childishness befitting her years. The girl begins coming to see Kyle at the shop several times a day when the lady grocer is not around. She tells him one lie after another. "I baked cookies with my mother last night. I wanted to give you some, but they were so good I ate them all. Bandits have kidnapped me when I was a little baby, but my father came to save me and beat up all the bandits so I didn't get killed. My house? It's a big white one at the foot of the mountain. You're new here, so you probably don't know it. It's the biggest house in town. You don't have a family? You're all alone? Poor Kime. I wish I could share some of my happiness with you." All her lies are born of sorrow, sad, lonely lies. She could never tell to marketplace people who know her background. At the end of every chat with Kime, as she is leaving, the girl holds her finger to her lips and says, "This is just our little secret. Don't tell the lady grocer." Of course, Kime says nothing to anyone. If he happens to find himself in a situation where the market people are speaking ill of the girl, he quietly slips away. Lies and disparagements are funny things. They don't take shape because someone tells them, but rather because someone listens to and voices agreement with them. A truly isolated individual can never speak ill of anyone. The same can be said regarding lies. Because she has someone to tell her lies to, the girl need not to fall into the abyss of true isolation. To protect her small, sad share of happiness, Kime plays the role of her listener, raising no objections. One day when the girl comes to see Kime, she takes special care not to be noticed by the lady grocer, or by the owners of the neighboring shops. Tell me, mister, are you planning to stay here a long time? No, I'm not, Kime says, continuing to unload vegetables and fruit. You'll be leaving when you save up enough money? Probably. But you don't have enough yet? I'm getting there, he says, turning a strained smile on the girl. This is a white lie of his own. He already has enough money to support himself on the road, nor has he taken his current live-in job because he needs money so badly. He is here because he has not found a destination he wants to travel to. A journey without a destination is an endless journey. Wise men say that you need dreams and goals in life, but dreams to accomplish and goals to realize shine as guideposts in life, precisely because life is finite. So then, what should be the dreams and goals of one who has been burdened with a life that has no end? Kime's not a journey to be hurried, nor is it one that can be hurried. Perhaps drifting day after day with no destination cannot even be called a journey. If I were you, says the girl, I'd get out of this marketplace as soon as I had saved up enough for 2 or 3 days of travelling. Kime responds to her with a silent, pained smile. What would the look on the girl's face if Kime were to tell her, I'm staying here for you? I'm finding the meaning of my life for now in providing you with a listener for your lies. The moment these words came to mind, words he can never actually speak to her, the girl looks around furtively and says in a near whisper, if you want to get out of here soon, I know a good way you can do it. A good way? Sneak into the tailor's and steal his money. There's a little pot in the cabinet at the back of the shop. It's full of money. Are you telling me to steal it? Yes. She looked straight at Kime without the slightest show of doubt in her eyes. In all seriousness, she goes on to explain, that tailor deserves to have his place robbed. The money in the pot, she says, is tainted. Hey Vinny, how you doing, dude? Today we have started a new we've started playing RPGs. The first one I intend on playing through is Lost Odyssey on the Xbox 360. So far the day's going good, man. I got a Stars Party triggered, and for having a successful Stars Party, I also gained an additional $50. I know this girl, a good friend of mine, she says, and so sad about her. Her mother died and her father went off to work in the capital, and she's all alone. Her father was supposed to come and get her after 6 months, but she hasn't heard a thing from him. Yet another lie born of sorrow. Kime calmly asks, is there some connection between your friend and the tailor? Of course, she says. A close connection. What's really happening is the father was sending her money every month the way he was supposed to help make her life in the town a little easier. And he kept writing to her. He wanted to tell her he found a good job in the city, and she should come to live with him right away. He's too busy to come for her, so she should come to him. And he sent her money for the trip. But none of the letters or the money ever reached the girl. And why do you think that is? Before Kime can answer, the girl says, the mistake he made was to send the letters and the money care of the tailor. He has been keeping all of the money for himself. Kime looks away from the girl. In order to prop up one sad lie, the girl has piled on still a sadder one, a lie that can hurt another person. This is the saddest thing of all. The lock on the tailor's back door would be really easy to break, the girl adds, and she gallops away without waiting for Kime to reply. The girl comes running into the grocery store the next morning, shouting for the owner. She says directly to the woman, not to Kime. Burglars broke into the tailor's shop last night. She says she saw a number of burglars sneaking in late at night after the marketplace emptied out. My oh my, says the woman with a forced smile. That must have been just terrible. She is obviously not taking the girl seriously. But it's true though, I really saw them. Look, little girl, I've had just about all I can take from you. You're such a little liar that it scares me to death to think about you growing up to be a burglar or a con artist or something. I'm busy trying to open my shop now. Do you mind? Try it on somebody else. She's hardly through speaking when someone outside shouts, "Help, somebody come." The tailor is standing at the street looking horrified and screaming at the top of his lungs, "Burglars, they took all my money." The little girl slips away as the tailor comes in. The marketplace is in an uproar. The girl was not lying, that much is certain. But all too accustomed to her lies, people would now suggest the possibility of another kind of lie. Maybe she did it. What do you think? And so it begins. I think you may be right. Talk about play acting. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's go find her. We'll make her tell, even if we have to get a little rough with her. No one objects to this suggestion. Some ran off to the storehouse and the others start searching the marketplace. Can't find her anywhere. The storehouse is empty. She ran away with the money. As the searchers return with their reports and speculation, Kime finally understands everything. After all her said lies, the girl has left behind one final truth. She couldn't have gotten very far. Yeah, we can still catch her, the little thief. Wait till I get my hands on her. The men rage and the women fan the flames. Good, give her what she deserves. We were so nice to her, and now look how she treats us. We can't let her get away with it. A dozen men start to run after her, but Kime stands still in the road, blocking their way. You finally thought to put one on PC and one on the phone? Wow, awesome, dude. Hey, move it. The men are out for blood, and Kime knows he felt like it. He can knock them all down, and they wouldn't be able to lay a finger on him. Instead, he relaxes his powerful stance and throws a leather coin pouch on the ground in front of the men and says, "The stolen money is in there." He says, "What? Sorry, I stole it." A confused stir turns into angry shouts. Kime raises his hands to show he will not resist. "Do what you like with me, I'm ready." The lady grocer breaks through the wall of men, shouting at him, "How could you do this, Kime? I wanted the money, that is all. And you're not just saying this to protect the girl?" The woman's intuition is too sharp. Forcing a smile, Kime turns to the tailor and says, It was in the pot in the cabinet, right?" The man nods energetically. "It's true, he must have done it. I had the money in a pot. He's the thief." So you're watching both. The money wasn't the only thing in the pot, though. What are you saying? You had some letters in there too. Letters from the girl's father. That's a lie, don't be crazy. It's true though. No, there couldn't have been any letters. I threw them all... The tailor claps his hand over his mouth, but it was too late. The lady grocer glares at him. "What's this all about?" she demands. No, I mean, you better tell us everything." The people's angry faces turn from Kime to the tailor. Some days later, 2 letters arrive from the girl, addressed to the lady at the grocery store and the nice man upstairs. Kime's letter says the girl managed to find her father in the capital. He has no way of knowing if this is true or not. It is hard to imagine a little girl finding her father in a big city so easily without knowing his address or workplace. Still, he decides to believe it, and the girl's letter says, "I am happy now." Human beings are the only animals that lie. Lies to deceive people, lies to benefit oneself, and lies to protect one's own heart from the threat of crushing loneliness and sorrow. If there were no lies in this world, much strife and misunderstanding would surely disappear. On the other hand, perhaps it is because this world is a mixture of truth and lies that people have learned how to believe. When he is through reading this letter, Kime turns to the woman. Concentrating on her own letter, she shyly raises her head when she senses Kime looking up at her. I give up, she declares. Listen to this. I am so grateful to you and the others in the marketplace all that you have done for me. I will never forget you as long as I live. A liar to the bitter end, that girl, she says, smiling through her tears. Now that's also that's a story. Okay, if it's not operational, where am I going? Thank you for riding the monorail. What the hell? The monorail's not operational. Jesus. They have already been this way. If this is the way we're meant to go. Central Station Square. Hey, I've already been. Oh, I've gone this way. I think I'm backtracking. How's your day going, Vinny? Ah, sweet. Alright, since the monorail can't be used, where do we go? Here we go. And a big thank you to everyone who has hung out in the stream for as long as you have so far, just sticking with the story. So I wonder when we'll get to do some more combat. It's been good just doing some food prep. Nice, dude. I can't wait to trudge through all this damn you can't wait to trudge through all this damn snow? Wow. Snowstorm in your area too, huh? Dude, I'm just having too much fun with this, man. even though it's been mostly story,
We should have already been
it's
gone
mostly
by now.
story driven. It's been great, man.
Who?
There's somebody else on the team.
Huh? I haven't heard about that.
I have.
Alright, where is that womanizing son of a bitch? Here he comes. Oh my god, he's drunk. Look at him.
What the? This is the other guy?
Yeah.
Whoa, baby. What a... I can't believe my luck.
Reeks of booze.
Why are you late?
Can't you tell? A man's got to do certain things before leaving on a mission like this. I know what I had to do.
He's hilarious. Jansen is also good comic relief in this game.
Thank you, my lovely. Do or die Johnson is now off to meet certain death.
And they're hanging on his every word.
Oh,
That is hilarious.
Oh, don't say that. That's so nice. Oh, you girls, I'm already missing you. Hey, can I have just 15 more minutes? Hey, 15
No.
more, her, and her. That's 45 minutes. That's all I'm asking.
Like we would wait for you, you worthless drunk. You poor things. You know what? You're free to go. Thanks for bringing him to us.
Well, thank you. You're such a doll. Come and play with us next time, honey. More than
Hey, don't touch me. Get out of here. Shoot.
Oh, that's not very nice. Okay, bye-bye, girls. Don't cry. I'll be back. Don't worry. Okay. Bye again.
Great. Just what we need. More useless baggage.
Hey, that's not nice. I ain't gonna come in real handy. You know, you can count on it. Oh, hey.
Make yourself useful and carry the bags.
So angry. What is your problem? Hey, you ready?
Alright, skill linking. Another awesome mechanic on this game. Mortals like Jansen learn new skills by raising their level, but Immortals don't acquire new skills by leveling up. Immortals can learn skills from Mortals using the skill link. Configure skill link from the skill menu. By selecting a Mortal, all the skills learned will be displayed. Select the skill you want to learn and a link will be established. To learn a skill, you must fill the SP gauge. SP can be gained in battle. An Immortal using skill link with a Mortal can only earn SP towards the linked skill if they are both in the formation. After using skill link, don't forget to set the battle formation. Skills can also be learned from accessories. Some accessories grant the user the effects of a skill simply by equipping them. The skills learned from Mortals will not be effective until you assign them in skill slots. Immortals can use the skills assigned in the skill slots. Don't forget to assign the skills you want to use in here. And I'm going to kick every single trash can. Just on the off chance that there may be something in them. Even if I've already kicked them open before. Here we go. Alright, so what do you get? So, let's go buy Thief's Bracelet. Already got one of these. Buy this. I only need to buy one of each for the Immortals to learn the skills. Holy Knight Charm. Ooh, crosses defense boost. Sweet. So, let's have a look. Skill link. Skill. Skill link. Jansen. White magic. And we also got Seth. She's also an immortal. We are going to set skill link her with Jensen. And first thing she's going to learn is steal because she's a pirate. So Vinny, what have you got planned after work, dude? Bruiser ring, that's definitely equipped. Holy Knight Charm hasn't even. Nope. Killer Machine. Inflicts critical damage on mechanical enemies. Okay, we'll do this first. Accessory, Berserker Necklace, Hawkeye, Factual Analysis, that should come in handy. He already knows how to steal. Give him the Hawkeye for Factual Analysis. So Mortals will already have these skills sort of learned from the accessories, where Immortals have to learn them from SP level, from getting SP to level up. So it's like a case of decisions. A lot of there's going to be a lot of grinding in this game. I will warn you guys now. A good amount of it I will try and do off camera. Have any of you ever seen this game before, dude?
Easy bug, I just gotta follow him. This is like a death march. Hey, we gotta get through that? There's no road!
Pull yourself together. If this is all it takes to wear you out, we're in trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't wear out in bed.
Once we get through here, there's the Islon Range. Those mountains are steep and rugged. The weather is unpredictable. And since the ground is unstable, we have to be on the lookout for rock slides, too. Of course, I expect to see you take a tumble into the canyon before we see any rocks doing it.
Yeah, funny. You know, Lord Gongora was saying you have a problem with your memory, right? I mean, you sure know these mountains well enough. And of course, you know you shave your legs every day and you pluck your eyebrows. And you owe me money, so I'm confused. You sure you really don't remember?
My body remembers.
What?
There was a time when I used to rush through here. I was a pirate, and supposedly I also went through these mountains. But I just don't know what the truth is. I don't have any answers.
Huh. Well, what about you? Did anyone tell you what you once were?
No.
Good luck getting answers out of Kyle, buddy.
Nothing.
Don't really have a plan for tonight, but I have played this.
I doubt if anyone.
But you never finished it. In
That's
all,
fine with me.
In a typical playthrough, it takes anywhere from 60 to 100 hours for this game. I played this game for 600 plus hours, and I've only ever finished it once.
Painful. If I happen to remember, and my past didn't amount to much, then I think it's probably better to have never remembered.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Kaim, there's no need to rush it. Your memories will come back gradually. And they're not all bad.
What? No breaks?
Nope.
You just had one.
Yeah, a little fruit. How about a foot massage? My feet don't stink. Kime, you up for that? Hello?
And we'll save. We're gonna do some combat finally. But man, this story is rich. We gotta make sure we check every single thing that we come across. His feet don't stink. Good, he still needs to wash them. Formation, the front row provides a defensive wall for the back row. So if any damage is inflicted on the enemy's back row is reduced. Formation, the front row, yeah, got it. So... Guard condition, GC. Now that's what it stands for, cool. The gauge on the upper left-hand corner of the screen indicates the enemy's guard condition. The gauge on the upper right is our guard condition. Guard condition is made up of the total HP of the top row, or the front row. By attacking enemies in the front row, you can reduce that guard condition easy enough. Get rid of the enemies in the front row, and the back row will start losing their defense. Gotta keep remembering to tap the right bumper. Here's a little hint for you. See the action displayed on the bottom? Casting interference? Sweet. Down you go. There we go, that's the basics of combat. Spells can be bought in stores or learned by raising your level. Merely acquiring a spell does not mean you can use it. Spells can only be used when you equip the skills needed for the spell in question. Use the menu to view the list of spells you've learned in the spell book. This will also display the MP required, casting time, and which characteristics characters can use magic. The alphabetic letters represent the casting speed within one turn. S is the fastest and go slower from A to H. The number represents how many turns are required before the spell takes effect. That's cool. That's pretty basic. Ram the tree! Thank you! Still wonder what these seeds are for. Yeah, combat in this game is really fun. And you get a really rich, full combat experience. As well as, you know, you can customize your immortals to learn anything and near everything. So what have we got over here? And there are random encounters. They're fair. Alright. So I dare say these birds are they're in the front. And we're gonna steal from the deer. Down you go. Ouch. And white magic. We're gonna heal. Okay. Oh, you can heal yourself too? Wow. So, what do you guys think of the combat system? I'm loving the combat system. And I leveled up. Sweet. And I got, for the achievement for successfully learning a link skill. Learned level 1 white magic, learned steel. Jansen learns level 2 black magic. Oh, sick! All right, we're going back to the link to the skill. What do we got? We're going to skill link from Jansen. We're gonna learn how to. We're gonna learn black magic. You can learn level 1 white magic too. Combat with timing mechanics is going to be pretty rewarding, I know, right? And skill linking is fun. So now I'm going to use a skill slot for level 1 white magic. So Clam should be able to use heal. So we'll go to the spell book. So with level spells, I can use heal and cure poison. And what are we going to do? We are going to go to... We're going to have Seth be able to steal. And yeah, we're good. Let's get going.
Out of my way.
Plus, there's some really unique enemies in this game, in the game too. Like, so let's have Seth steal from one of these, and we're gonna have Jansen use black magic. Now that's just gonna mess with this, but that's messing with the spell timing. Oh, wow. Failed. defense boost has been learned. Wonder if, like in other RPGs, if the save sphere will heal all the damage that has been taken. That's something I'll be keen to see, if that's actually the case or not. Oh, so it doesn't. Okay. Gotcha. But if I'm in trouble, I can actually heal myself. I can have Kai heal himself. I like, as I said, Jansen is good comic relief. And he could literally just be the spellcaster, and Kaim and Seth can be the combat people, as well as you can use Jansen to steal. So we're gonna heal. Yes. Getting the timing down to do perfect attacks. I approve. Perfect 3. Yes. Neat. Now we just switch a route. He's got factual analysis, so we should take that off. And what shall we give him? So guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in about 5 or so minutes. And if you haven't liked and shared the stream, feel free to do so. I'll be back in a few. Just got to go to the bathroom real quick.
Hello. I've been waiting for you three.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
I am the architect. But please, call me Larry.
Hey, Larry. Larry.
I created The Matrix and several popular video games, including Cubert and Dig Dug.
Remember that?
Yeah. I didn't create Frogger, but I came up with the name for it. Can you believe they wanted to call it Highway Crossing Frog?
That is so lame.
I know. It's the lamest thing I've ever heard of. Highway Crossing Frog.
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are we here?
Is there an echo in here? Is there an echo in here? The MTV Movie Awards are a systemic anomaly inherent to the programming of The Matrix. Although the transport process has altered your consciousness, you irrevocably remain human. Ergo, concordantly, vis-a-vis. You know what? I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. I just thought it would make me sound cool.
You haven't answered my question.
I'm feeling a little vulnerable right now, so you just need to chill out. Can you do that? I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Now, originally Neo was the chosen one to host the show, but hosting is a full-time commitment, and he's been a little distracted lately.
Trinity.
See what I'm talking about? That's why I brought in Sean and Justin, because you, my friend, are completely pussy-whipped.
Oh!
Bullshit.
Watch the sass, Captain Sassy Pants.
Yeah, you're kind of spazzing out, dude.
You haven't answered my question.
Yes, I did. You see, what
You haven't answered my...
I'm trying. You just need to let me talk.
Why am I here?
Would you shut up?
You won't let it
No, you won't let it! I'm the one who talks! Okay, mouth shut, ears open!
You haven't answered...
You do not want to see me get out of this chair! Ergo, open your yapper one more time, and I'm gonna architect a world of pain all over your candy ass! Ergo! Vis-a-vis!
This is about...
Concordantly! Justin.
Yeah?
I apologize. I don't usually like to use my big voice.
That's all right, dog. Just tell us how we get to the movie awards.
There are two doors. The door on your left leads Sissy Boy here back to his bitch. Uh-huh. What up, G? You can't handle it. The door on your right leads you to the 2003 MTV Movie Awards. And the mini door is for Muffin to go out and piddle. What? No, Hey. No. You are bizarre.
Thanks, Lair.
Don't mention it. Oh, and hey, go host the shit out of that show.
Boom.
If I were you...
Bite your tongue. Bite it.
I would hope that we don't meet again.
Why'd you say that? I told you to shut up. I told you to shut up!
So I'm back, guys. Thank you for being a part of the stream. All the likes, shares, and stars are always appreciated. And we also managed to succeed with the star party as well. So yeah, we are now finally getting in some combat, finally. And skill linking and learning skills from accessories, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome way to skill up.
Oh yeah! Let's get it on!
Good stream, thanks man. I appreciate it. I'm really enjoying this. I'm not leaving yet. We've still got a bit of a ways to go. I'm just, I'm always trying to, show that I appreciate everyone for being here. Don't worry, you'll know when I am finishing a stream, because I usually give everyone, tidbits of advice and stuff before I finish, and I usually raid people. But I've still got a bit of ways I want to trying to make a bit of decent progress, because we've had decent story elements, had a few decent. Really good, compelling stories, and spell. We got a black magic spell. Now let's have a look. Did we? So just to be sure, ground is a level 1 black magic spell. Skill. Let's see. Still got one more point to get before we have steel. Bomb. Slot seed. I'm curious, what are the slot seeds? Items. Sort out items. A strange seed that grants an extra skill slot to an immortal. Ooh. Interesting. I'll hold on to it for now. Extra skill slots definitely will come in handy. Knight's code. Cool. What we got? 2 antidotes. Let's have a look at this Knight's code. Equip. Recovers a guard condition while using defend when being attacked. That's going to be useful. That definitely is useful. You can't help but appreciate the level of detail that the developer went to when doing the background environments.
Out of my way.
Like, look at the trees. Look how real they look. Look how real the environment looks. This is great for a 2008 RPG. You definitely don't see many JRPGs like this anymore. Learn steel and level 1 black magic. Sweet. Steel link. So, guess I'm gonna equip. What can we equip? What do you want? What should we do? Factual analysis. Stand ready. That's Khan's next one. We're gonna do Hawkeye for factual analysis. And we should be good. Really enjoying the combat here.
What a waste of time.
Cool. Level up. Finally, Crisis attack boost. And now we're gonna have him learn Steadfast. Because that's definitely gonna come in handy. Because he's more like a sentinel, like us, who can take hits.
Not too smart, eh?
How you done?
There's no rhyme or reason to that.
Seth learned factual analysis. Sweet. level 2 black magic.
Hey, I want to ask a favor. I'm just gonna ask this once, okay? Will you listen?
All right already. What do you want?
He wants to have a break.
Whining. Okay. Is that all you can say? Can't we just rest in that hut over there?
All you do is complain, complain, complain.
I'm not like you two. I'm a normal human being.
What should we do?
All right. Let's rest.
See? Time is the voice of reason.
Thank you.
So I guess we can save and rest up here for free, I'm hoping. Hoping this is the case. That would be awesome. Hello. See what else we can find in here. Power drink. Neat. Alright, let's... Is there anything else here? Nope. So what happens where we rest? When we rest. In other words, Jensen is being used as a spy.
If either Kime or Seth seem like they're starting to regain even a fragment of their memories, use this.
What is it? Oh, hi. I couldn't sleep. I'm usually exercising, sparring with people, and I work out a lot before
Was that all?
Was what all? About what?
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
Sweet. I can use this as a means to rest and whatnot. Sweet. Let's save the game here, and I'm going to call it a stream. So, thank you everyone for coming to hang out with me today. This was a great stream. I definitely underestimated how much story narrative is in this game, but everyone loves a good story, right? So, for those of you who like and share, thank you very much. I appreciate it. For the Star Senders, Thank you for sending me stars, and we had a star party that was successful. Thank you everyone who contributed to this successful star party. I appreciate it. And to further emphasize my my stream schedule, schedule will be strictly Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I'll be doing 3 streams a week. I may do an extra stream. It depends on how I feel. Might do an extra stream for like retro ROM hacks and stuff. So always stay glued to the page. And the main streams will be Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. For you guys, it will be Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So yeah, it's still in the works on what I'm going to title the RPG streams. I already got a name for the like anytime I do retro stuff, as well as a name for the Smash-tastic multiplayer, etc. But you know, appreciate you all coming through and just hanging out, and you know, everything is all the generosity that you guys extend to me is appreciated. And I'm gonna raid you guys into another stream. So just before I do that, the usual advice I give to everyone who comes through here is that you only live life once, so make the most of it. Any opportunities that you have afforded to it, make the most of them, because you never know when you're going to get another opportunity. Life's too short to hold grudges, so be good to each other. Practice empathy and forgiveness. Strive to be better each and every day. When you wake up in the morning, just strive to be that little bit better than you were the day previously. Life's too short to be mad and to worry about negativity or be weighed down by negativity. So don't sweat the small stuff. Dispel all negativity as best you can. Life is too short to be miserable. It's to be enjoyed. So with my wisdom for the day, I'm going to bid you guys farewell. And I'll catch you on the next stream. And take care of each other. Be good to each other. And, you know, spread the good word. Spread positive energy. Because you get what you cast out into the universe is what you get in return. So, I'll see you guys later. Spread the good word to the person I raid you to. I'll make sure it's someone I approve of. And I'll see you guys next time.